It is May 20th, 2013 at 8:29, okay, almost 8:30 p.m., which means you have 3.5 hours after now, well, probably like 3 hours and 20 minutes or so once this video gets uploaded. Anyways, you have until midnight tonight to post your ProFlex of the Month contest. And I mean in the stickied thread that's on the very top of the page that says Flex of the Month submission thread. May Flex of the Month submission, and it has a bunch of stars and addresses, and it's in all caps, and if you don't pay attention, it's your problem, no longer ours. You've had 2 months to figure this out and get used to it. We are no longer hunting down all those posts that are on the thread. We got everything put together right now. Anything else that comes in, if it's not exactly where it needs to be, not going to make it. That being said, next month we do have a solution to that problem, and I think it'll be a lot easier for everybody to pay attention to, and will work a lot smoother. Michaela Wilson has been working extremely hard to make sure that this is running as smoothly as it is. I've put her in charge of getting all of the submissions in the same place and on the thread and how it's going to work out. And I think that we've got a really good system of how it's going to work. I will make another video before we post everything up before the voting to begin. It may be a couple of days before the voting starts, unlike last time, which is immediate, because we're already up to, what, like 24, 25 submissions? God, this is actually turning into something. I'm really, really proud of this. Other news, I cut my admin list from 7 down to 3, had a number of complaints about a couple of guys and just a couple of issues that had arisen. Some attitudes flared up, and we ran into a couple little hitches, but I'm going to try to take this page in a little bit of another direction. Like I said, it is always a work in progress. There are growing pains. I'm sorry for any of you who have kind of fallen prey to that, but I do highly appreciate the feedback that I've gotten so far, and I do love it when you guys let me know how you like it or what you don't like about the page, because I'm trying to make this as good for you guys, as beneficial as possible. The design work for the straps for the Flex of the Month contest through KM and the banner for the page has been put on hold while the designer is working on other projects. As you know, he's doing this out of the goodness of his own heart. Jacob Stewart, Census Design Labs. It'll be worth the wait, I promise. I've been bugging him a little bit, not too bad. I know he's been actually very good about getting back to me on it, but he's got bills to pay, and so far I haven't offered to pay him anything, so I'm not going to get too picky about it. That being said, we will get straps to all the winners. Even if we have to go back and say, hey, you won 3 months ago, here's your prize or whatever, it'll still happen. One way or another, I will make that work. I made that promise. We'll get something together for you. Just please be patient. I know we're trying. Jacob's trying really hard. I've talked to him a couple times about it. One thing that has happened on the page that I wasn't really accounting for is the amount of people that are already friends with each other. Everybody already knows everybody else. I've got half of you guys on my friends list now. Since I opened the page, I've got 200-300, requests that I still haven't answered to. But with that comes a lot of people and a lot of different senses of humor coming together in the same place, and sometimes it gets manifested in a way that we perceive to be disruptive, and a lot of it, it is against the rules, but oftentimes it is in good taste, and I have to get a little bit picky just because of the way that things have been set up in the past, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to start an experiment with you guys. Let's have an open, just an off-topic thread, one off-topic thread. Anything goes, nothing vulgar or anything that would get us in trouble or copyright infringement or whatever, but I think there's room for that now. 540 people right now. I got 15 people added yesterday, last night. I just sat down and just kept clicking yes, yes, yes. It's starting to get out there, and I think you guys need an outlet for that. I think there's a lot of fun that can be had with it. I've got a few ideas even for, we'll see what happens with it. If it gets too out of hand, I'll have to close it down, or we can just make another page or whatever, and it's fine. It's, work in progress, like I've said. Somebody a few weeks ago, I don't remember who it was, I don't even remember exactly what happened, but it sparked, I think, what would be a really interesting idea for another contest. Let's say that we have a 2-month contest, which is basically a measurement of how effectively you can turn junk into something worth really showing off. I don't know any specifics. This is just a brainstorm. I'm looking for feedback. Post it here as soon as this video goes up. But what would you think about, let's say everybody, or like 10 people, just because it'd be way too hard to keep track of for 2 months or whatever. I don't know how this would work, but let's just assume that we're going to stick with the number 10. So 10 people start out with $50. 50, nothing more, not 5001, can't put any more money into it. Start with $50, buy whatever you can with it. Anything Flex related, buy anything Flex related you can. With those, you have to trade up and sell or buy, sell, trade, blah, 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 but you can't add any more, like anything that you buy afterwards or anything that you trade for with other items, you cannot use. You have to have your own little linear progression of ProFlex parts that you start with and you trade up with. Or even, let's say that everybody starts out with a brand new black on black mask or whatever black parts you've got. Just so everybody starts out with a Ninja, just a straightforward black ProFlex, and whoever can trade up the best wins, bragging rights or whatever. We'll see what happens. But I don't know how we would judge it. Maybe we would assign point values, like certain colors of IZE, certain parts are worth a certain amount of points, HB is worth a certain amount of points. Kind of whatever. The one thing that immediately raises to my issues is somebody posts up to say, I'm in this contest, help me win, I'm looking for really good deals, and they get biased, and it's not what they normally would be able to do. So we will have to come up with a way to monitor that, and I would like to really keep it just to people that have been with us for a while, just to kind of see how it works, and make sure that I know that nobody's going out there and just trying to exploit it and whatever. I mean, it would just be for bragging rights. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. Get a lot, get more people involved, get more gear onto the page, get more money floating around for you guys. I don't know. Just get some ideas, get some comments going. Let's get a brainstorm going on down here. Other than that, thanks everybody for your hard work so far. Come a long ways in such a short amount of time. It's interesting. Shout out to Census Design Labs. Shout out to KM. Shout out to Michaela Wilson, who's been working her ass off, making this Flex of the Month thing work as smoothly as possible, and a lot of other administrating work that I haven't asked her to do that she's been keeping on top of, doing a very good job of that. Sorry for those of you who have kind of fallen into the pitfalls of our growing pains. I do appreciate you guys sticking with it and helping make this page as fun as it is. I love staying on here. I'm always browsing around, try to chat everybody up when I get the chance. Other than that, I like what I'm seeing so far. I think we do have a long ways to go before it reaches anything established. As always, if you guys have any feedback, any questions, any positive or negative ideas, just toss them at me and we'll see what happens. Pretty much anything that's happened on this page is all a user idea. I mean, I come up with a little bit of it, but for the most part, it's just people getting drunk and sending me private messages about little things that they think would be kind of fun, and everything's worked out so far. So, I like the way that it's going. But here's a shout out to all you guys, all 539 of you other than myself. Without you guys, this couldn't be possible. It wouldn't be as much fun. It's going to be an interesting ride, seeing what happens when we start getting to the 750 or 1,000 people mark, which I also have another huge surprise in store for that I'll talk about later. So, for now, Griffdog out.